things that they know most people would not even think twice about it being as a setup, being used as a setup to set people up, to rob them, to kill them, you know, to rape them and stuff like that. You just never know. So you have to really be aware of your surroundings. To me, a warning sign of trouble, if you notice that somebody's kind of walking up to you real slothfully, or they kind of checking you out, and all of a sudden, you know, they won't come to you by themselves, but then as soon as like somebody may come out the store, or they may go to a car and they talk to somebody and then they come over to you or start coming up to you, that's usually a red flag. Get your ass out the way. Get out there. I don't care if you still pumping gas. Oh, the gas is discounted. Put the nozzle back in the damn gas tank and hurry up and get your ass out. Make sure you put your gas cap back on now. So, you know, you want to rewrite that. But get out that situation, because that's obviously something's getting ready to go down, some kind of setup. Pay attention to stuff like that. Don't be walking places by yourself, ladies, especially young girls, especially at night, you know, or in early mornings, or in areas where it's not nowhere for you to really hide, and there's like no public, and you got people nowadays that unfortunately they won't open their door to help you, because you got people who do these schemes, home invasions, where they'll have someone send a woman seemingly to be in distress and like she need help, and you know, most people will automatically open their door, especially if it seems like the woman is bleeding or whatever. A lot of people would still to date open their doors, and then next thing you know, they get bum rushed by you know, some people coming in and invading their home and tying them up. Someone would kidnap them, someone would kill them or whatever, and rob them and stuff. So, you know, people are very reluctant to help because of these reasons. So you have to do as much as you can when you're out and about. Have a reserve phone if you can. If you could get like on with T-Mobile have family plans, and it's like the more lines you add, the more you save. And you can always just get a phone that's, you know, on the T-Mobile network for, you know, off different websites and stuff like that, different apps where they selling them real cheap now. That you can like eBay is one, but a lot of people don't like deal with eBay. I never had any problem getting this device off eBay, but I've heard a lot of horror stories. They ink cartridges, I don't know, from them or Amazon. You got to get them brand new. Don't get no refill ink cartridges. Those never work. But you know, there's Brad Steel, there's retail, not retail me now. I forgot this other one is something gadget electronics something. Dang, I cannot think of G something, but I'm gonna have to try to look it up. But there's different sites that you can go on and you can buy, you know, phones that's on, you know, your mobile carrier network, and get on the family plan, so that you can always have a reserved phone. That way you can always be on Facebook Live, or do live video with someone. So in the event, God forbid, something happens, somebody try to do anything to you, you'll at least have footage of it, and that person, you know, will be able to be identified and, you know, get face charges or whatever. But just try not to be by yourself a lot, especially real small petite women. I see these little cute small petite girls, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm like, God knew not to give me a daughter. I swear I will be incarcerated. I probably already been in prison serving a life sentence, because, you know, guys can get very disrespectful, you know, especially when she don't give into his cat calls. They be wanting to kill her and try to rape her and stuff. Not all guys, but, you know, some guys do stuff like that. It's sad that, you know, we can't even just be women, be females, and have the option to say no, without some guys taking it very personal to the point where they feel like they're entitled to have you because they want you. And if you decline, then they want to kill you or be abusive to you or rape you and do crazy stuff like that to you. So females, you got to protect yourself. So look out for those kind of warning signs. Look at your surroundings and stuff. And people always got this big thing about white vans. A lot of these sex traffickers are not using white vans. Most of them are using just regular everyday vehicles. You got people doing Lyft and Uber and other share ride types of services. They're working for these type of companies, and they're using that as a platform to target their next victims and stuff. So you just have to really be careful and just pay attention. Don't be going to grocery stores by yourself if you got to buy a lot of groceries, especially when you have children with you. You make yourself extremely vulnerable. Just be careful and watch out for things. Be alert, because we get these warning signs all the time about how people target folks like that, in those situations. So try not to put yourself in that situation. I know sometimes you may not be able to have someone to come with you or whatever, but still just be careful about your surroundings and where you go and stuff. And if you see anything suspicious, if you see somebody just sitting in the car, they seem to be watching your every move, try to go ahead and, if you can, try to walk back towards the store versus in the opposite direction of the store. Try to walk back toward the store and call the cops. Or if there's a cop there, loss prevention or somebody there, you let them know inside the store, look, I went to my vehicle and there's a person sitting in their car and they're just sitting there, they're just watching. Especially if they're in the driver's seat. Passenger seat, even still, you got to be leery. But I'm just saying, because some people will just sit in their car. I do that. I'm one of those people that just sit in my car and stop sometimes and just recollect myself. But you got people who actually sit in parking lots just to try to find people to rob and to attack. So you have to pay attention to those kind of warning signs and be aware. But that's pretty much what I want to talk about with warning signs. And I hope this been helpful. Warning signs even on the job, where you go to work. You don't go there to meet friends and stuff. Pay attention to the warning signs when you see these butt-kissing co-workers or whatever. But then, you got to be able to tell the difference, because, you got some people, like for me, when I go and work on a job, I go there to work, and I've been very blessed and fortunate to pretty much receive a raise and promotion on every job that I've ever had, where I become a leader or supervisor or manager or team lead, something in leadership. And so when you have certain positions, you have to uphold rules and stuff. It's just like if you're a cop, you're supposed to uphold the law. Some cops. But, it's like there's certain obligations and requirements that you have, and you have to do certain things. So that's the difference. That's one thing. But I'm talking about people who like to cause trouble. They're busybodies. They try to get in everybody's business so that they can try to spread their dirt, start rumors. Always just troublesome. Like to try to create situations and then try to play victim. They like to try to get you in trouble. People like that, you got to stay away from them. Pay attention to how they are towards other people. Because 9 times out of 10, the way they are towards that person, they, especially if this person isn't bothering them. I'm not talking about somebody who's just as stupid and crazy and inconsiderate as them, but I'm talking about somebody who's a genuinely good person and they're not bothering anybody, but they want to go and just try to nitpick with this person all the time. Pay attention to that, because if they do it to them, they'll do it to you, and you don't need to associate yourself with people like that. Pay attention to warning signs, people. Just don't ignore them. Don't overlook them. And another thing, this last topic, I have to say it. Abuse. Abuse is abuse. I don't care if it's verbally, and I don't care if it's, abuse is abuse. And I have to say this as a woman. A lot of women are very verbally abusive to their men, to their spouse, their mate. We sometimes feel like we can just say whatever we want to say to them and it's going to be okay. Men not going to they may express themselves back in same manner. They may turn around and go and snap back off on you. But a lot of times men will emotionally shut down from you, and they'll just go out and get something and have relations outside of their relationship with you. Most men respond like that. So women, just because he's your man or your spouse or doesn't give you green light to talk to him any kind of way, don't be talking to him crazy, thinking he's not going to go nowhere. Oh, he'll never leave me. He ain't going to go nowhere anyway. We been together, especially for women who've been with a guy for a long time, or females who are very, very attractive and they know they have a very nice physique and stuff. And they feel like, okay, well, I'm the bomb. I got bomb punani. He ain't going to go nowhere. Keep fooling yourself if you want to. Even a dog get tired of being mistreated. You mistreat that dog one too many times, the dog going to turn, and eventually, when you least expect it, it's going to turn and bite the hell out of you. So, that abuse, warning signs for abuse, is when a person is very controlling, when they don't like to admit when they're wrong, when everything is everybody else's or everything else's fault, and they never like to take accountability and responsibility for their actions. They don't take ownership of the things that they do. When they do stuff that they know they should not do, and they be very inappropriate, and they try to justify it, and they try to use manipulation to try to make you feel like you're the one that's doing something wrong, or that you're crazy, or that you're out of pocket when you know that you're not. They try to make you feel like you're crazy and you're delusional. Warning signs. Get the hell away from a narcissistic person like that, because when you deal with somebody who has a narcissistic personality, it doesn't get better. It only gets worse, especially once you keep staying with them and taking it. The more you take it, they're not going to see any need to change, because they're like, okay, he's fine with it, she's fine with it, so why should I change? Obviously, they like it. They don't have to change. And you got some people that are just, they don't want to compromise. They want you to make all the compromises to accommodate their inappropriate behaviors and mannerisms. But they don't want to, because they don't want to stop being inappropriate and having those poor mannerisms. So instead of them doing what they need to do to become a better person, they try to make you convert and submit to them and make you feel inferior to them, so that they can try to use that as a reason and as an excuse to continue on being disrespectful and inappropriate to you. But thank you for tuning in, for watching. I appreciate it. You guys take care. Enjoy your weekend. God bless, one love, peace. And please make sure that you click on this link, sign my petition for chronic diseases, illnesses, and Disability Support Act. And you can go to Lupus Slayer page, which you can click on Lupus Slayer in the description, and learn more about my Gloves On campaign. Thank you again for your support. I appreciate it. God bless, one love, peace. Oh, that's Melissa Rose in the background. Universal Professional Music Artist, Melissa Rose. How do I end this thing? Oh. I don't even think it's going to let me end it. Oh, there we go. Oh, and thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm sorry. For some reason, it didn't even show me that you all was watching. Hey, DJ Juice, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Yeah, I'm literally just seeing my comments and seeing that people was watching. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Going